Hello beautiful, thank you so much for clicking my video. In today's video, I'm doing a wig collab with this beautiful woman with the YouTube channel name Weezy Wig Reviews. The theme is OMG, I can't believe that's a synthetic wig slash black woman inspiration collab. This isn't just a regular wig review today. I'm going to get deep. I'm trying to help a lot of my sisters out. I want to help all of humanity out by building, leading, and inspiring. But first, I'm starting with my sisters, which is women all over the globe. This is a late collab that was supposed to take place in February for Black History Month that was created by Weezy, but a lot of things came up that tried to stop this collaboration on me and Weezy's side, but we're finally making it happen. Like, come on, we're in July and we're now doing this collab. But it felt like a must that needed to happen, especially with the powerful females that we both picked. I know it's mostly females that watch my videos and my boyfriend, but today I'm hoping maybe this video can be relaxing to someone watching. Think of it as a girls talk, mental slash spiritual level up moment, and there's a special giveaway in the video for 8 lucky people that would like to enter. The video is going to be a bit long, but in the description box you can find the timestamp. Just click the time length to see my end results and hear my thoughts on the wig if that's all you came to see. So thank you so much for clicking my video again, and let's get into this. I'm very happy to be a part of this collaboration, no matter how late the due date is, because Weezy is a free spirit woman with a very kind heart. I hope a lot of you can really head over to her channel after this video, show her some love, and hit that subscribe button. She records a lot of wig videos, and I love how she takes her time styling her wigs to get her desired end results. The same way some of you beautiful people GOAT for wigs. She's one of mine. She is also doing a synthetic wig that's giving human hair vibes and picking a black woman that's an inspiration to her. Like I said, this collab was supposed to be in February, but a lot of things tried to stop us from doing this collaboration. I'm telling you, it was making the devil nervous, making demons tremble, because this collab just might start a chain reaction to help a lot of women break up with their fears and revolutionize their life. Period. Her video and direct YouTube link will be in the description box. Check it out whenever you're free. Like, comment, and subscribe. Plus, if you're new to her channel, please take a moment and comment under her video saying Body by Kira sent you. I love you, Weezy. In this video, I have 4 wigs in the same style but different colors, and they're brought to you by HairSoFlyShop. The link below to this wig will be in the description box. The brand of the wig that I have today is Outre. This is one of the melted hairline wigs. The style that I have is Kamalia in the color 2, DR2/ginger brown, DRFF2/cherry red, and DRFF4/golden honey. Here is a close-up of what inside of the wig looks like. This wig was made on a ventilated cap. The parting space comes on the left side. You get 2 combs in the front, not too far from the temple, another comb in the nape area with adjustable straps. And the lace is coming up gray on my skin, but you guys know I'm going to try my best to tint it to my skin color. So first up, I'm showing you guys what the color 2 looks like straight out of the box, and they pretty much all come the same. The hairline comes pre-plucked. Remember, this is a synthetic wig, so the knots do not come bleached, and they all come with baby hairs. I'm going to show you guys how I styled the color 2 and the ginger brown color, and I styled all 4 wigs the same. Nothing has changed. They're all the same routine, and I'm using my end top comb to press down the parting space and hairline to get it just a little bit more smoother and flat. The person I picked for my Black Woman Inspiration collab is Sarah Jake Roberts. Sarah reminds me of my cousin Cleo. They're both kind-hearted people that you can learn a lot from. Sarah is definitely my friend in my head. I must say, the only thing equal granted to all of us on earth is a unfair reality, whether you're rich, poor, white, black. As long as you're a living entity on earth, we have an unfair reality. Half of life is lost in charming others. The other is lost by going through anxiety caused by others. So let's heal together, my sisters, my queens, my besties. Today, I picked Sarah Jake Roberts for my Black Woman Inspiration collab because I love how she's trying to be effective in people's lives, especially women. She's evolving women for the better. She doesn't want no woman left behind. She's breaking generational curses, and her inspiration for this is Eve. Yes, Eve from the Holy Bible, the woman that had one job but failed miserably. But Sarah taught me we can't judge her because how many times did we know better but didn't do better? I felt like that was a word for somebody. I'm even starting to talk like her sometimes. She has a book out now called Woman Evolve, Break Up With Your Fears and Revolutionize Your Life. Man, before this book came out, I was in her book club on Facebook for the launch, so I got to read the first 2 chapters. After I was done reading the first 2, I was thirsty for more. I felt like she was preparing me for a level up that I never faced before. Today, me and Weezy teamed up to give away 8 of Sarah's recently published book called Woman Evolve, Break Up With Your Fears and Revolutionize Your Life. This giveaway is only open to U.S. residents. You don't have to be spiritual to purchase this book or to enter the giveaway. This is for any woman that felt like the world wasn't kind to them. Any woman that gave their self to people who made them feel like you were difficult to love, but it was really them that was difficult to love all along from their narcissistic behaviors that they had to endure. Any woman who endured certain things that they wasn't prepared for, that no human being or woman should have ever have to go through. Any woman that the universe may challenge their courage. Any woman who used their energy to uplift others and it worked while leaving theirs drained. Just know I'm proud of you for digging, patting, feeling, and crawling yourself out of that dark tunnel until you saw a light break through with all that shoveling you did. Being happy is a self-responsibility. Another human cannot fulfill that for you. Please only enter the giveaway if you're serious about healing and taking a step further with growing mentally, taking a step further so you can stop judging people or even digging into your bitterness on the inside. Don't enter the giveaway, get the book, and keep the book on the shelf collecting dust. There's women out there that even know about the book, but their funds are not looking right, so this can be their only chance of getting it. To enter the giveaway, you just have to follow these simple rules. Check out the description box for more information if you feel like you missed something I said on how to enter. Number 1, this isn't a must, but we would really appreciate it so much. Please subscribe to me and Weezy YouTube channel. I'm on my road to 100K. Weezy is on her road to 10K subscribers. Help a sister out. Come on. It's free. Come on. Number 2, comment below, enter me. But if you want to get real deep and talk with me, type enter me and comment something that you do sometimes that have you feeling less valuable. Sarah taught me that's your forbidden fruit. And that's all you have to do to enter. It's so simple. Something that leaves me feeling less valuable is being a people pleaser, knowing I want to say no, not right now, but I say yes. Shout out to the friends who stay out to talk to you through things, answer immediately when problems arise, drop everything to help and basically be a therapist. Yep, that's me, absorbing people energy after they tell me about their stress and depression, which is not a problem all the time, but I was doing it a lot. Doing it very often, weekly. I was like a sponge taking in so much water. And what happens when a sponge gets full? The water starts bouncing off of it. When I get full, I start to hide away, become lazy, and I just want to be alone and recharge my energy. I start to bulldoze long-term goals or objectives for what's best for me in the long run by staying in bed all day, watching TV shows, and scrolling on social media for hours. Taking in so much stress made me start drinking and smoking. But now, after I started finding the power of no self-care and I'm busy, I'm back, baby. Once you carry your own water, you will learn the value of every drop. Yes, I'm busy. I'm busy paying attention to my emotions. I'm busy relaxing myself so I am not so anxious, fearful, and lacking. I'm busy with my own company because at the end of the day, the tone of my relationship with myself holds the ultimate key to how I shape the reality around myself. That's a word for somebody. Sometimes this is my busy and I will not apologize for it. Hello, you feel me, boo? We have to acknowledge our triggers or stuff that make us go on a power trip head on. You ever wonder how much of what weighs you down is not really yours to carry? Well, think about it. But that was deep for me to share because I don't like letting people in at all. That's why I keep my channel strictly on one topic, which is wig reviews. So don't come judging me now. I am going to give a quick brief summary on who Sarah Jake Roberts is. Sarah was born on July 17, 1988, and is from West Virginia, USA. She is the daughter of well-known Bishop Thomas Jakes Sr., aka T.D. Jakes, and her mother is Sarita Jakes. Sarah is a writer, business person, motivational speaker, media personality, and a YouTuber. She probably does other things, but so far this is what I know that she does. One situation that had Sarah feeling less valuable was when she was younger and gotten pregnant at the age of 13 and had her son at the age of 14. Currently, she is married to Teray Roberts, who is a pastor of One Church International, and they married on November 23rd, 2014. Can you imagine being the daughter of a pastor getting pregnant at that age? There was definitely a lot of judgment coming from left to right. She was battling insecurities, teenage pregnancy stigma, low self-esteem, toxic relationships, and depression, but she didn't want that to define the rest of her life. She realized she only had two options, settle or evolve. Do you know what she picked? Yeah, boo, she evolved. She didn't let that stop her from becoming the positive, effective woman she is today. In Sarah's new book, I'm going to quote something that she says. It's on page 93. I love that God doesn't make the hostility a one-way street. God lets the serpent know that what happened in the garden is just the beginning of the battle, not the end. Woo! Just typing that blessed me. I'm imagining myself at 13 years old, rubbing my round belly. I was pregnant with my son and shame at the time. I imagined the serpent was somewhere pleased with how I stumbled, but God knew that the serpent and I was just getting started. Okay, so I wasn't actually in the garden facing off with the serpent, but I was facing off with the same spirit that plotted the fall of humanity. When she said, I was facing off with the same serpent that plotted against humanity, I felt that. She faced her fears and triggers head on. I don't know what it is, whether it's through her best-selling books or viral messages. It only takes a few minutes of connecting with her to understand why she became an instant favorite. Sarah has a unique way of reaching people who are seeking to make peace with their past, maximize their present, and deepen their relationship with God. While you are watching this video, please take time to listen to one of my favorite sermons that she did. I won't make it long and hold up too much of your time. And thank you so much if you made it this far in the video. I really appreciate you taking time to watch. I'll be right back.
Getting on social media. Is social media not the place where it feels like I am constantly competing with every post that I see? Oh, they just got a car, but is their car as nice as mine? Oh, they're in a relationship, but is it a good relationship? Oh, they're enjoying being single. Why can't I enjoy being single? Some studies are proving that 10% of our thoughts have to do with comparison and competition. It is no wonder that President Theodore Roosevelt once said that comparison is the thief of joy. Because if we're constantly competing and constantly comparing, then when do we have time to reflect, enjoy, and have gratitude? This spirit of competition, it happens when we're in school and we graduate in a certain percentage of our classroom. It happens when we are climbing the corporate ladder and we're competing for one spot amongst our other coworkers. Competition is all around us. It is no wonder that there are sayings like, the only person I am in competition with is the person I was yesterday. And that is beautiful for a social media quote. And sometimes it does actually work for me. But if I'm honest, it's difficult to compete with who I was yesterday when I'm not even sure who I was yesterday or who I am today. I wish I could talk to some real people today who didn't mind saying that sometimes I do live my life trying to prove something to other people. And then even in the moments where I say it's not about them, that I don't even know what I'm trying to prove to myself. I feel lost. I feel confused. I haven't even done the work to examine my life enough to determine how I can become better since yesterday. And then we end up stagnant, stuck, and wondering, how do I show up in the world after all? You see, it takes a certain amount of work for us to really examine our motivation for growth. Everyone tells us these days, you got to know your why. You got to know your why. You have to understand your motivation for growth. The only thing is that no one tells us what to do when our why is toxic. What do you do when your why is about proving someone else wrong or proving someone else right? What do you do when your why is about hiding your insecurity instead of healing that insecurity? I think that there are some people who, believe it or not, are going to have to abandon their why, because the truth is that your why and God's will may not be able to live in the same place. Your why and God's will may not be able to live in the same place. So if your why is in opposition with God's will, then you have to be willing to ask yourself, can I live in the I don't know why to bask in God's will? You see, there are some of us who had to abandon the whys of our life, where we thought that I needed to prove that I was better after I became a teen mom. I needed to prove that I could survive after the divorce. That is my why. But then I had to abandon my why for God's will, because I was trying to build something that made me feel better about myself without consulting God. And if we're honest, a lot of us want God's power so that we can have our selfish why, but God's power is reserved for his will. And God's not going to give you power so that you can do what you've been called to do. He's going to give you power for what he's called you to do. And so until you examine your why and boil it down to, I'm doing what God has called me to do, and sometimes I don't know why, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't know why God chose me to preach, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't know why God called me to lead, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't know why God kept me in this city, but I'm still here. I don't know why God put me in this family, but here I am. I don't know why every time I try to run from my call, it keeps pulling me back. I don't know why, but I surrendered knowing why so that I could step into God's will. There is something powerful about not minding, not having the answers.
When I heard this, it was a wake-up call to me, because what actions are we really taking to examine our motivation for growth? How am I becoming a better version of me to compete with the woman I was yesterday, especially if I'm not keeping track? That's a whole nother video on a different topic that I can talk about. If you guys are interested, feel free to let me know. But I was hoping that was a word for somebody. I would really like to insert one more sermon that she said, and I hope it can be very inspiring to you as much as it was to me. I'll be right back.
Because a lot of times we think that the only way that we can be effective is if we are planted. We ask over and over again, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? How am I going to find the thing that is assigned to my life? I've been doing things and I've helped people, but I want to find my thing. When I'm building someone else's vision, it blesses them, but I'm wondering what my thing is. And I hear God saying, don't discredit the moments in which you are effective, because effective is what we do with the time that we have been given until next is revealed. That means that you may have not closed the big deal yet. That means you may have not moved to that city that you know you're called to yet. You may not be with the group and community that you want to be with, but that doesn't mean that you cannot be effective on this level. As a matter of fact, I would beg to suggest that if you are effective on this level, I hear scripture in this, that if you are faithful over a few things, that God would make you ruler over many. Can you be excellent and effective where you are right now, even if you don't know where you are to be planted? Effectiveness. I want to be effective. I don't want to just be rich. I don't want to be famous. I want to be effective. I want my life to mean something. I want my life to produce results. I want my life to be connected to someone's destiny. There is something to be said about switching our desire, and it's difficult in a culture that constantly promotes success as visibility. But visibility does not mean effectiveness. You can be visible but not be effective at changing lives. And so my question to you is, have you decided what effectiveness looks like for you? Without a vision, the people perish. A lot of us are looking for purpose. We're looking on fulfillment, but we haven't even identified what does effectiveness mean to me. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to write this book, is because I wanted to walk those who are reading it through all of the different elements that keep us from pinpointing what our vision is supposed to be. And there are plenty of reasons why we don't even have time to work or focus on being effective. Because some of us are merely just trying to survive. That would be effective for me. I know that's somebody's testimony. If I could just survive this trial, if I could just make it through this dilemma, if this storm would finally stop raging, then that would be effective enough for me. And yet, if I can submit for your consideration that there is something to be said about choosing to be effective even if the storm doesn't stop. Let's define effectiveness. Effectiveness is the degree to which something is successful in producing a desired result. Effectiveness is the degree to which something is successful in producing a desired result. I cannot even determine whether or not I am effective unless I have a desired result in mind. That's why I can't just create randomly. I'm aiming for something. There's a vision that I have. There's a vision that I'm shooting for, and I will know that if I am effective based on whether or not I make this vision a reality. There is a desired result connected to it. And so then we have to ask, God, can you qualify my desire? If my desire is to be effective, and I can only gauge whether or not I am effective if I produce a desired result, then I have to ask myself, what is that desired result? What is driving my desire that determines my results? Because I won't lie to you, some of us desire a result that is based on our own fears and insecurities. Can we go there for a moment? I mean, tonight is about the revolution of you, and the subtitle of this book says, break up with your fears. Why would I tell you to break up with your fears? Because your fears can dictate your desire. Don't act like you have never been one of those people who said, I'm never going to do this again. I'm never going to do that again, because we experienced a pain. We experienced a rejection. I'm never going to try again. I'm never going to have faith again. I'm never going to pray again. I'm never going to connect with God again because I did not like the result that I received last time that I did that. And so now my desire is based on my fears. What I desire is to make sure that I escape ever having to feel this way again. I'm trying to escape the famine of fear. I'm trying to escape the famine that has happened as a result of me missing in different areas of my life. I'm trying to escape. And when escape becomes our desire, then God is always going to bring us to a point where he's able to change our desires again. Let me define this for you. A revolution is a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. Oh, I feel God on this. A revolution is a forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. Some of you have been trying to overthrow what has been taking place in your life, but you have not introduced it to a new system. And that's why you end up in that same cycle over and over again. And you're thinking to yourself, but I removed that relationship. I removed that insecurity. I moved to a new city. Why am I still dealing with the same thing over and over again? And it's because a new system hasn't been introduced.
I really hope you enjoyed the sermons that I inserted. I would go in depth about what I think of them, but like I said before, I don't want to make this video too long because I notice when I make long videos, a lot of people don't really watch them. But if you ever want to talk about the sermons that I inserted, feel free to comment below and I get back to them as soon as possible. I saw a meme that once said a lot of good people are confused on why so many people think highly of them. Truth is, they only see who you really are instead of what you lied to yourself about. Especially when you know you got a good heart, but you bring yourself down because you compare yourself to society standards or people opinions, looking for validation from people who ain't even valid. I'm trying to fix your tilted crown, queen, because we need to have each other backs more. My cousin Clea taught me together, let's be a fist instead of a slap because a fist can do more damage. And when prayer become your habit, miracles become your lifestyle. I promise that for a fact. But anyway, I'm going to get into my thoughts about the wigs. I'm just going to say my quick thoughts on all 4 wigs, and to be honest, I love all 4 colors. They are so beautiful. The density on these wigs is very full, not too thick, not too thin. I would say it's on the medium side. The curls are very beautiful. I love how I comb out the curls too, and the curls just bounce right back. The lace blends in really nicely with the skin. It has a lot of parting space. Once you get the lace to match your skin, I feel like you don't need that much product to get it to lay down to melt in with your skin. So I can definitely say Outre stay true to their name when they call it the melted hairline. And you really don't even have to add baby hairs to the hairline. Like, I feel like it looks good without the baby hairs as well. This wig is definitely big head friendly. If you have a small head, just crisscross the adjustable straps to make it a little bit more snug. Or you can even knot the end of the elastic band just to give it a bit of a more snug fit. The texture on these wigs is silky, but it has this natural coarse light feeling to it. It's not like a yucky feeling, but it definitely feels real. I feel like the luster on these wigs is really nice as well. They don't come off too shiny. Shedding was very low. I inserted a few clips on the shedding. All 4 wigs had low shedding. Also, tangling was very low as well. The only one that had a few tangles was the copper color. But hey, it came right out, and it's only day 1 with the wig. I don't recommend this wig for every day. I mostly recommend it for like special occasions. I'm still trying the wig out, and I just love it. I honestly recommend. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below and I'll get back to them as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, you guys.